Hey, what is up? Here is a quick tutorial on how to add an overlay to your project, but keeping in mind the depth by displacing that overlay so it will not just be flat on top. Here is example 1. We added a light and shadow overlay on top and reacts to this model via the depth exported out of the 3D program. So here's how we can do just that. So I'll add this depth back in, add an overlay like so, just on top, put that in place, and then add a adjustment layer and a displacement map on top, selecting that as the depth, and then just cranking that until it looks great like that. Cool. And then just pre-composing that like so. Here is example 2. We have this overlay that is displaced by that phone like so. So we have a great overlay like that. So let's make that now. Now technically I should have masked out this PNG, but I didn't. So I'll just duplicate that and add a threshold to knock it out. And of course, you can create a depth map with anything. You could paint it, you can make it with the shapes, that works too, but I'll just do it this way. I will then add my overlay on top, put it into place. I like that. And I'll add my adjustment layer on top and the displacement map. Select that. I probably should name this to that. And I will also make sure I select the effects as well. And then I will displace this like so. Great. I will pre-compose this and just multiply it on top like so. Here is example 3. This is pretty close to this last one, but there are a few things I want to highlight so that you can keep that in mind. So with this one, we want to add some depth to it, right? So a drop shadow is always great. And I did do it the proper way this time, where I just export out just the PNG. So that way we can use the alpha channel as that depth map, right? So then here's how we can do this. So add in my overlay just on top like so. Nice. And then I'll add the adjustment layer now. Now here's where I want to highlight, right? So let's select that and also the alpha channel for both of these. Now it's not going to look right. Like, where is it, right? Well, it's because this scale is off. It's not at the same scale as the adjustment layer. So to fix that, all you need is duplicate that PNG. I'll delete the shadow and then I'll pre-compose it, call it matte. Make sure I move everything. Do that. And then now when I select the matte, there we go. So now that works as expected. So I'll just pre-compose this overlay and just put this right on top like that. Sweet. Now I do want to adjust this to not be as dark. So add curves to this overlay and just pull it up just a tad to be like this. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to comment or contact me. And if you want this overlay, I have a pack of 14 light and shadow overlays on newhead.design. Thanks for watching.